Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina for Saturday's competition in the World Ninja League Championships Season 11 here at the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. I am Jason Queen here with my wife, Christy Queen, providing you coverage here from the Greensboro Coliseum, and we have got for you this afternoon the adult female. No, correction. We're finished with the adult female. We're with the Masters female portion of our competition, and it appears that our rig team is making some last-minute adjustments here to the course, trying to get everything taken care of. And again, I think they have maybe
They have
made
added some items.
made some adjustments for the Masters female category here. I believe in the if you could pan over one shot here, I believe so. Competitors what competitors have been doing today with the honeycomb. The rig team has actually added a couple of grip rings there from one part of the honeycomb to the next. So they go through the honeycomb. I'm going to pull up this list of obstacles. Start off with the ascending steps to the honeycomb. Then, if they would move their way on to the door drop, then to a tick-tock half.
It looks like there's a rope to get to the TikTok.
Okay, so between the door drop and the tick-tock, the rig team has added a rope for competitors. Now they make the tick-tock half leap there, just like you saw the member of the rig team, around the backside to the big tack-toe, then the spring panel running across. If you see the purple on the bottom left of your screen, those are like floating pads. So those are going to be your French toast sticks. Then competitors will move on to the salmon ladder, to the sky trap, and it looks like maybe at the end of that sky trap, they have added. Would you go back one camera? And it looks like they've added that big purple ring there at the end of the sky trap, unless that's over here on the other side. No, I'm sorry. I'm
That's
looking
on
at,
our
okay, that's
side.
on this side. Never disregard that. Disregard that. So completing the sky trap on the back side. And then the final obstacle is the katana. And I want to look at this katana for just a moment because it has undergone some adjustments throughout the day as we have worked our way from elite female to young adult female through adult female now into the masters female portion. So I do believe it looks like maybe there are grips on the bottom. There are uh, rails there to grip on the bottom of the first two boards on the katana, then just an outside grip on that last board on the katana. So
It looks like a referee's getting stretched up.
that's right. Oh, Garrett, you can't mess with Garrett. Photographer in place. We are all ready to get started here at the Greensboro Coliseum. And we will. I'm going to pause the mic here for just a moment. I thought we were ready for a demo run, but I
Well,
think,
and I hear the manager asking for a demo, but I
okay.
don't see a demo showing up right at the moment. And we still have the rig crew on the equipment. See how we've got two people up top there?
Okay.
Okay, they're sliding the TikTok. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
They're sliding it.
A little closer to the landing pad there.
Yes, sorry, I was trying to listen to what's happening around me so I could give an update, but there wasn't really any updates to give. I guess when we see these gentlemen jump down, we'll know it's about time to start.
Hey, let's take, we have another platform?
All right, fans, I apologize for the delay here. I think they are just making some last minute adjustments here to the course, something they're not quite comfortable with. They want to ensure safety for all the competitors, safety balanced with that competitive uh, equity of the course. So I'm going to step away for just a moment. I wish I could tell you how long it was going to be, but I am not 100% sure. I hate for you to step away because I just don't know when we're going to be back. But at the same time, I don't know if you want to just sit here and watch the course with nothing going on either. So anyway, we're gonna leave things right here because we just don't really have a timetable on when they'll be ready. So if you'll just kind of keep check, we'll stay here, make sure we don't miss any of the action, and we will be back hopefully very soon.
for wave 2 of team females on stage 1, Tall A. First runner
I
will be going
believe
in
we
just a
are
moment.
getting a
For wave
demo
2 of
run
team
now. Or
females on stage
I
1,
don't know that this is
Tall
a demo.
A.
I'm
If you
just
have not
messing with
checked
the
in yet, please
cameras.
do so ASAP.
is this a test run possibly? Where they're testing the equipment. What's
Maybe
wrong?
so.
What's wrong?
And attention all coaches and athletes in wave 1 of the mature kids male division. Check-in is open for you guys over at DC Small. First runner will go in approximately 20 to 25 minutes. That is for wave 1 of mature kids males over at DC
So
Small.
it looks like maybe
And
these.
check-in is also open
Well,
for wave 1
I
of
thought
elite and young adult females
she did not touch
at
the
DC
spring
Small.
panel there
First runner will go in
between
approximately
the
20
big
to
tech
25
toe and
minutes.
the French
That is
toe
for wave
sticks.
1 of elite
But
and young
maybe
adult
you
females
don't
over
have
at
to. I'm not
DC
sure.
Small. Go ahead and
I
check
don't
in
think
over
this is
there now.
anything. I think this is just checking to make sure that
She's
things are ready. I mean,
testing the equipment.
mhm.
And ladies, we're back now for your attention one more time. Check-ins are also opening up for wave 5 of the
Hey, if
mature
she
kids
comes
female
off that
division
salmon
over
ladder
at
backwards,
stage
like if
1
she was doing it
Tall
this way,
B.
is she gonna
First
hit
runner
her
will
neck on
be
that
in about
platform?
30 minutes for wave 5 of mature
Like when
kids
she's going
females
up, is she
over
gonna
at
hit her neck
stage
on the
1
platform if she
Tall
comes off?
B. Please go check
You
in
don't
there
know?
now.
Hope not. Okay,
And
okay.
check-in is also opening up for wave 3 of the kids male division over at stage 2 small. First runner will be in about 30 minutes. Please check in for wave 3 of kids
So
male
you see
over
that
at stage
salmon
2
ladder, that
small.
last, next to last obstacle there, up to the sky trap. Looks like maybe they have added a swing in
They
there.
have.
Okay. Then you make your way on over to the katana. So a few adjustments here for the Masters female category.
Attention all coaches and athletes in the young adult female, at the kids female and kids male division over at DC Small. We are on our last few runners for those two divisions. If anybody is in need of a video review, please get that in now. That is for kids female and kids male divisions over at DC Small. Please get those checked. Those
So
video
I'm
reviews
not
in
real
now.
sure if they were satisfied with that run. Or if they're still maybe adjusting some of the equipment here.
Yeah, we're running a little behind. I know we had thought that we would start around 3:35.
And still trying to bring in equipment to make sure it is safe for our competitors. And to make sure it is, I think we want to make sure also it is doable. We want to make sure that they are, it can be completed.
If you feel like you're struggling on the pop, you're going to do a big kick and swing with it and throw yourself. Yes, coach.
Yes, coach.
Do you understand what I just said? Let's say you're going and like, coach, I don't know what.
Can we slide that way a little bit? Stay on this mic. You're good. Thank you.
Coach.
And just a check-in reminder for all coaches and athletes in wave one of the mature kids male division. You guys are able to check in over at DC Small. First runner will be going in about 12 to 15 minutes. That is for wave one of mature kids males over at DC Small. And just a reminder to all coaches and athletes in wave one of elite and young adult female divisions. Check-in is looking for you guys at DC Tall. First runner will be going in about 12 to 15 minutes. That is for wave one of elite and young adult females. Attention to all coaches and athletes in the Masters female division over at stage 2 tall for wave 1. Your course demo is going live in just a moment. Right now, that's wave 1 of Masters females at stage 2 tall. Please direct your attention to the course. Your course demo is about to start.
I was just waiting until this, but then it just took so long. Remember, hold on, we gotta wait for them to tell us.
All right.
And another announcement to all coaches and athletes in wave 2.
I believe.
Check-ins are open for you guys over at stage 3 small. First runner will go in approximately 25 minutes. That is for wave 2 of preteen females over at
An
stage
announcement
3
was
small.
made that the demo run is about to begin here on the Tall B course for Tier 1, Stage 2 of the Masters female competition. I thought we had a demo runner
She's
on the
still
stand.
here.
Okay.
She's just kind of stepped off the stage for a second, but she's still right at it.
And I'll normally now. Our oldest son is a big Crocs guy. He wears Crocs, and I've
And
always
catching up,
told him
ladies and gentlemen, we just have another few quick
there's
words from
never
some of
an
our
appropriate
sponsors.
time to wear
Starting with this
Crocs. But I have
SKC
to
Liqueur
say,
Appearance.
our
This
demo
was held this
runner
morning in
is
Coach
rocking
Lindsey
some
Griggs'
awesome
technique. We
Crocs
need the strength to back it
that
up. Coaches Jonathan Galvao and
I
Jesse
don't know if I
Turner
would wear
are
them, but
running
I would certainly
personalized strength
consider
and
them.
conditioning programs for athletes looking to step up their game next season.
And I bet
Visit the
there are
ATP table to learn more.
hundreds of thousands of you guys out there watching right now who are like, man, you're crazy. Crocs are awesome. I wear Crocs everywhere I go. So I respect your opinion, but I respectfully disagree because the other hundreds of thousands of us who disagree. And if you can hear some cheers rising in the background here, right next door to us on another course, stage 2 of, I believe it is the preteen males, or maybe the
Attention to all
kid
coaches and athletes
males.
over at stage 1 for mature
And they
training
are
now.
working their through. And
Here
we
are
have
some
a
athletes
competitor.
on that podium.
You
And now
probably
ladies and
heard the
gentlemen, we
horn
will
there.
review
He
3
just
mature
completed the
certificates at
course.
Canada. That is for mature kids males
Young
over
man.
at stage 1. Please get those video reviews in now and if you
He
need to.
looks like he's about what? About 8 years old, probably, if you saw
Probably.
him. So he was in the little guys division, and it's
And Coach MJ will be
been
there
fun to
too.
watch these fans cheer on other competitors. And
Huh?
Here's the fastest lead male run.
Yeah, and
Can you
remember,
see?
because you're screaming, catch this one. Yes, ma'am.
that's what I like.
And ladies and gentlemen, we just got a few more words from some of our awesome sponsors. Moving on to Electric Enzo, who is the #1 Ninja Warrior YouTuber in the community. At his table, they have fun games and challenges with prizes, limited time merch, and YouTube videos all day long. So make sure to check out Electric Enzo at his booth in Hall
Is
A.
this Riley
Oh.
Green right here on the rig team, right here in front of us?
I don't know.
Kind of favors him,
At
doesn't
first,
he?
I was like, no way. But then I got a front view. Maybe.
Yeah, very much favors him. Okay, here we go with the demo run. We've teased it for about a half an hour now. Sorry about that. We have added. Okay, they're going to work their way down to the honeycomb. Looks like there
And
is a
ladies and gentlemen, we got
ring
quick
that they
words
can
from Addie
use as
Merkin.
kind of a
Go check out Addie's Merkin
segue
exclusive products
from
and meet
one
and
of the
greets, offerings
honeycomb
and
grips
merch,
to the
signature
next.
product lines, and
In
discount codes
the
for
some
your
of the
favorite
other
brands.
divisions,
Make sure to tap
competitors
into
had to go
Addie's
straight
today.
from one honeycomb to the next. Now we have added a ring in between both of those honeycombs, so they'll go there, then down the door drop to the TikTok half, and from the TikTok
And we got a
half,
message from our guy
this
Elijah
is
Joe
one
Boss,
point
who is here
of
to bring the
of
excitement of his grand
adjustment
championship.
that they've
Stop by
made
his
here over
table
the
and
last
meet
half
Boss
hour
there and be a
is
part of his man
how
cave street
far to
derby
go
craze. Come by
between
and hear
that
all
TikTok
about
to the
all
landing
cans
pad
and the freshest
and
baked
then
goods
to the
all for his
big
station.
tack-toe
Nothing
around the
underfinanced
backside.
support. You
So
guys go tap in
coming
with
around the
Elijah Boss
backside on
over
that big
there at his
tack-toe, then
booth
to
in
the,
Hall A.
and it
Thank you,
looks
guys.
like maybe she is bypassing the spring panel there. So if you can see that spring
Oh,
panel.
those French toast sticks did not move
So,
as much.
okay, so it looks like
I don't know if maybe she was moving
And we got more
slower and
messages
that's why
from
they
Grip
didn't move. I'm not
Grips.
sure.
Grip Grips is
okay,
trying to
so
maximize your grip
in
strength
an
and
earlier
last your race
competition,
while
when
you
you
work
hit
out.
those
The
French
best
toast
way to
sticks,
improve your
they
forearm
really
and
took off
finger
on you.
strength.
They
Grip Grips
may have
and
been
Sport Grips.
adjusted. They may have increased the tension there so that they don't sway quite as much. So from the swing there, and now our referee, I think, is helping our demo runner out here. It looks like I would think
And with
she
that,
would
ladies and gentlemen,
have
we
to
just got a
work
few
her
more
way up
check-in
that
updates.
salmon ladder.
Attention to coaches and athletes in Wave 3 Check-ins are open for you guys. First runners will go in approximately
Okay,
12
so
to 2
she's coming
minutes.
off
That is for kids male
the
weighed
the
3.
TikTok half to the big tack-toe. There she is
Okay.
using that spring panel, but I think what the competitors are going to say, there goes the croc. I'm not saying I told you so, but I told you so.
And attention to all coaches and athletes in wave 5
And hey, she didn't
of the
come here to
mature kids
compete,
female
so
division.
croc works
Check-in is
perfect
open
for
for
her
you
here
guys over at stage
across the
1 stall
Greensboro
B.
Coliseum.
First
Now
runner will
on
be
to
going in
the
approximately 12 to
final
15 minutes. That is for wave
obstacle
5
here, the
of the mature
katana.
kids female
She's
division
going to have
over
to
at stage 1
swing.
stall B.
So for these guys, that katana is going to serve very similar to many of you were probably watching yesterday as these guys competed. The octopus there on tall stage 1, uh, or
And again, your attention, ladies and gents, we have a few final calls for check-ins, starting with wave 1 of the mature kids male
on
division
the,
over at DC Small. If you have not checked in yet, please
maybe it
do
was
so
tall
now. First runners will
C, I
be going
should
in
say.
approximately 5
But anyway, there was
minutes.
an
That is for
octopus there
wave
that they
1
had to
of the
grab,
mature kids
get a little
males over
momentum,
at DC
swing and
Small.
release and catch
Final
themselves.
check-ins
It
also
looks
going
like
on
that
for wave 1
katana
of
has been
elite and
adjusted
young adult females
to
over
do
at
that
DC Tall.
now.
First runners for those two divisions will go live in about 5 minutes. That is for wave 1 of elite and young adult females over at DC Tall.
There's a question on the course from one of the competitors. That's what's happening right now. They're trying to get some clarification.
So one of the competitors is trying to get a little clarification
Yes,
on.
when the demo went back and redid some stuff, they're not sure why the demo had to go back, and so they're asking, "Is this a touch point? Is this a touch point?" Um, I'm not sure what they're asking because I have the headset on, but I did hear the question of why did the demo have to go back? Is this a touch point or is the other spot a touch
Okay, so
point?
I wouldn't be surprised maybe if we had to get another demo run to kind of show the competitors what the expectation is as they make their way here through the obstacle course. And understandable for the coaches and the competitors to, they want to verify, because the last thing one of these guys want, they have worked so hard to get here, is to fail an obstacle on the course for not completing one of the obstacles that they didn't realize they had to touch.
So our course manager's going over with the teams right now what are touch points.
Okay, so clarification hopefully provided
So
there.
maybe we're not going to get an.
And we got another check-in
Well,
reminder to
I
all
think they're
coaches and
asking for a
athletes
set of
in the
risers
Wave
or a
2
set of
of the
risers
Wave
to
2
be
female
moved.
division. Check-in is open for you guys over at stage 3 small. First runners will go in approximately 12 to 15
Maybe a
minutes. That is
riser
for
move.
wave 2 of preteen females over at stage 3 small.
So it looks like they made some adjustments here before our evening session, our Masters female session, and it's almost like if any of you guys take any kind of medication, sometimes you take one medication to fix one thing, but it has a side effect that causes another problem. So then maybe you have to take another medication to fix that problem. And it almost reminds me of that as they make one adjustment here to the course, then it causes another issue arises as they're coming through. So there's still and that's what the competitors have seen, said, when you fix this, when you patch this leak in the bucket, it springs another leak. So we need to fix something else here on the course. So we're still working on it. I'm going to step away again, and we're going to be back very soon.
You're not going to change it even if it doesn't measure, right?
No, I'm not. But by the time I have Taylor put her hands up and then show the angle of the thing, I'm going to be fine. I just need a tape measure so I don't have to put a person on the block.
Or wait till right before so that way you can get it done.
Okay, we are back from Greensboro, North Carolina. Stage 2, tall, Masters women. And our first competitor is up.
All right. Well, it looks like Melissa Davis from Flowery Branch, Georgia, age 54, is on the course. We had a few hiccups there trying to get the course ready. And it looks like she is trying to figure out how to get to that first honeycomb. And again, they have added there a couple rings between each of the honeycombs to improve the competitors' chances. And so they don't have to swing and grasp that next honeycomb in midair. So Melissa Davis successfully completed through the honeycomb, now to the
Mature
door
teams male
drop.
division, as we start to wrap up stage one. If anybody is
Well,
in
she
need of a
can't
video
quite
review,
get
please
to.
get that in
There
now
is
as we
a
finish up our last few runners.
rope
I repeat, that is for the
now
mature kids male division. If anybody
leading
needs a stage
to
one
the
video review,
TikTok
please
half,
get that in ASAP. Thank you so much.
and it looks like maybe she couldn't quite grab a hold of that rope to get to that TikTok half. So our next competitor is Jill Burns, 53 years old, from North Andover, Massachusetts. So we'll see how Jill does it. That's the bad part about a lot of these guys. It takes 4 or 5 runs to
Check-ins are open for you guys at stage 3 small.
4 or 5 runs
First
for
run
them
will
to get
close in
comfortable
approximately 5 minutes. That is for wave 2.
and
Grade
kind
2
of
females at
figure out a
stage 3 small.
strategy
If you have not checked in
for
here yet, please do so now.
how they're going to handle each obstacle. So Jill Burns now successfully through the honeycomb and the door drop. She has made it onto the swinging platform for the TikTok half. See if she can land here on the landing pad. Okay. And she is there. On to the big tack-toe. Now I think she has to touch the spring panel, I think, is what they were discussing earlier. And they may have actually moved that spring panel. And now on to the French toast sticks, now up to the salmon ladder. And let's see if she can get the salmon ladder. And she's trying to figure out how she's going to get a grip there to make her way up that salmon ladder. Okay, she's got the first rung. She's got a grip there. Now let's see how she's going to get to the next portion. Okay, she's going to swing. So it looks like that may not necessarily be a salmon ladder now. They have made some adjustments there to the course. Now on to the katana, the very last component, the very last obstacle here on the course this afternoon. And Jill Burns has got it onto the landing pad, and Jill Burns has completed
Nicely
this
done, Jill.
stage 2. So well done, Jill Burns there, successfully completing the course. Michelle Kammer is our next competitor, 41 years old, out of Waltham, Massachusetts. Stop. So Michelle Kammer is off across the ascending steps. On to the honeycomb, now making her way to what was the door drop, was now kind of a platform that they're using to spring themselves with the rope over to the TikTok. And she's going to get a little momentum built up here on this TikTok and get to that landing pad on the backside. And she cannot quite get there. That TikTok, that is quite a launch to get to that landing pad, and Michelle Kammer cannot quite get there. So Zinta Ayong, 43 years old from Orlando, Florida. She is a mom to Rutha Ayong, who is a teen female competitor, and Elisa Ayong, a mature kids female. She started Ninja with her husband, who is a Masters male athlete, Ron Ayong, after their daughters showed them how amazing this sport is. And she has a PhD in criminology, law, and society. So Dr. Ayong with the PhD
You said in criminology.
in criminology, law, and society. Working her way
Nice.
through the honeycomb here. She completes the honeycomb now to the door drop over to the TikTok. And let's see how she's on the rope, onto the TikTok. I think she's going to have to get a grasp on the post, and she does. So now she's going to have to generate some swing here and get to that landing pad. There we go. Okay, she makes it to the landing pad. Now she's going to work her way up to the top to try to get to the big tack-toe. See if she can make her way over to the big tack-toe. She's trying to figure out what the best angle is, whether she's got to get to the very top to then launch herself to the big tack-toe. Trying to get her footing, and there she goes. Now swinging here on that big tack-toe. She's a lot more comfortable onto the spring panel across the French toast sticks up to the ladder here. She's completed the French toast sticks. She's just going to climb up that ladder over to the swing here, adjusting her grip as she goes. Okay, good. She's going to swing to the next landing spot. She's completed that point. Now, on to the katana.
The buzzer sounded. I think she ran out of time.
So the timer sounded. Looks like they've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds allotted to complete the course to get credit for everything. And Dr. Ayong just ran out of time there before she got to the katana. That brings us to Heather Rapetti, 48 years old, out of Hainesport, New Jersey. So Heather Rapetti making her way down. Up to the honeycomb, no problem. Across the door drop. Now let's see how she manipulates the TikTok here. Okay, launches her way on. Checks with Garrett, our official down there. He says, yeah, you did a good job. Keep rolling. Her coach standing there in the corner, kind of guiding her which way to go. There you go on the big tack-toe. And now let's find her. She's making her way up to that, where that salmon ladder and sky trap was. She's got to climb her way up. Oh, she cannot quite reach that second rung there on that ladder. She missed the second rung there. That brings us to Michelle Cortez. Recently started back ninja training, her first Tier 1 competition. First time coming back to competing was last season, Tier 2 adult division. She suffered a spinal fracture during a ninja class summer of 2020, lost all of her skills, didn't think she'd come back to competing, but once she realized World Ninja League offered Tier 2, she told her kids she'd do it with them, boost their confidence, get them comfortable in competing. So 2024, after she took 3 years off, she started ninja training again, and last year did Tier 2 adult female division. She made it to World's Championship, came home with 3 third-place medals. So both of her kids made it to Tier 2 Worlds. Everybody gained a lot of confidence to come to this season's Tier 1. She's turning 40 this year, Masters division. Told her kids and her husband she'd give Tier 1 a shot, and that's exactly what she did. She co-owned Ninja Fit Gym in Orlando for a few years, sold it after COVID. Her husband and I bought land in, she and her husband bought land in Lady Lake, built their dream gym, catering to obstacle training and bodybuilding. Truly started Ninja back in 2017, made it on an American Ninja Warrior in 2018 in Miami, but the current Ninja training started 2024 after she had a little hiatus there from her back issues. So Michelle Cortez certainly faced some adversity over the years, and everybody's certainly pulling for her. And again, it is a family affair for the Cortez family. And let's see, she's trying to figure out how much swing she needs to generate on this TikTok to get to that landing pad. You can kind of see her kind of thinking her way through it. Her coach is coaching her through it. I believe she's got a pair of coaches down there with her, kind of guiding her in what to do, cheering her on, encouraging her. She's going to try to generate some swing here. Wiggling with it, and what she's got to watch here is that clock is ticking down to about 10 seconds left before the buzzer sounds, unfortunately, and you can see it kind of counting down here, and she just cannot quite figure out how to get that TikTok swinging enough to get her to the landing pad. But a great run there for Michelle Cortez. Ashley Kaiser, 40 years old. She recently started back ninja training. This is her first Tier 1 competition. First time to compete was last year, Tier 2 adult division. And here's why. This is Michelle Cortez bio. I was about to say, these two ladies experienced the same things. But Ashley Kaiser, give me just a second to her. See, her bio can pop up here. It is not. Looks like we're having a little issue getting Ashley's bio to pop up for me. In just a second, they are working on it over here. Okay. 40 years old, out of Powder Springs, Georgia. So Ashley. And she's working very closely with her coach along the course. Now making her way, she got past the honeycomb, now to the TikTok. And she's going to have, this is where Michelle Cortez ran into a little bit of an issue. Let's see if she can generate some swing here to get launched to that landing pad. And she does. Very well done by Ashley Kaiser. Her coach telling her this is where you need to go. Move up a little bit. That's good advice for her. Move up just a little bit to get her a better angle to get to that big tack toe. So let's see if she can reach that big tack toe. And she's planning it out here with her coach. She makes the first part of the big tack toe. Over to the spring panel. She's going to walk across here to that. See if she can make her way up that ladder here. Oh, she went across the French toast sticks. Now up to the ladder. Got to generate swing here to get up. She's going up, but unfortunately, sounds like the timer has gone off, and she's very appreciative of her coach and Ashley Kaiser with a good run. Just the timer went off on her. So Caitlin Grenier, 41 years old, out of Norton, Massachusetts. She's a national champion in synchronized figure skating. Mom to one son, Andrew, who started competing ninja last season, and she is a physics teacher. So Miss Grenier from Norton, Massachusetts. I bet a bunch of her students are watching her here on World Ninja League. Hopefully she's put out a link so that her students can cheer on, I would imagine, one of their favorite teachers. She tries to make her way. A lot of physics, a lot of science and math involved in ninja. And so Miss Grenier crosses the TikTok. And okay, guys, if you ever feel yourself tempted to ask Miss Grenier, hey, when am I ever going to use this in life? Well, she can just pull up a video of herself and show you this is physics, this is math and science, all of that rolled into one. Across the French toast sticks, now to the ladder. Let's see if she can climb up that ladder. Oh, not quite. But it may be. Okay, so I did not hear a horn go off that she had failed. So maybe on that fall right there, because she landed on that blue padding, that does not knock her out of contention to complete the course, apparently. So she's making her way over to a swing. Now onto that katana at the end of the course. See if she can reach. She is going to get it. She's generating some swing here. She's going to have to swing, release, and grip. That is tough. I'll tell you what, that last portion of that katana is extremely hard to try to jump and then grab that very small blue grip on the outside of that last board. So that brings us to Carol Mello, 52 years old, from Middleborough, Massachusetts. A lot of Massachusetts guys in the competition. Okay, Carol Mello making her way down. There you go. On to the honeycomb. There you go. On to the door drop. Now to the TikTok. And this is where a lot of our competitors have had to kind of stop and think, try to figure out how to get that TikTok swinging to launch here to get to that landing pad there at the end. And it looks like maybe when Carol launched herself off that TikTok, she might have hit the ground or the bottom side of that padding, and that she did not complete the course. Now, Paula Morrison, 55 years old, from Bel Air, Maryland. She's the owner-operator of Kinetic Ninja Warrior with her husband, Scott. And I believe she just got a little sugar from Scott right before she got started.
I
So
believe she did.
that is just encouragement that not many coaches can provide.
That's
so
right.
when you get a little bit of sugar before you get started, I'm really pulling for Paula right here. That was a great moment with her and Scott. Loves the acrobatic aspect of Ninja Warrior, the former gymnast. Especially loves the community ethic of all ninjas versus the course. She coaches Team KNW. She loves helping athletes achieve more than they imagined they could achieve, and she puts her money where her mouth is. Right here she is at the World Ninja League World Championships in Greensboro. She has earned her way to the top of the mountain. Okay, on to the TikTok. Come on, Paula. Once again, made her way down from Bel Air, Maryland. Trying to generate some swing on that TikTok, and she's got it. Now she's going to try to collect herself here a little bit on that pad and figure out how am I going to get onto that big tack-toe. And she perches atop the padding there. Great strategy onto the big tack-toe. Reaches out for that spring panel. Now across the French toe sticks. That very last one is moving. I noticed that. I don't know if those first few are moving quite as viciously, but she makes her way across, and here she comes to the ladder, and they've got to swing and make their way up. Now swinging, she's got to get to the landing pad. Okay, and she completes that portion. So now she's facing the katana. Can she conquer the katana? Only one of our contestants so far. This is what I like what they do. When they kind of hold on to one, grab a hold of the next one. That's what Paula Morrison is trying to do.
Oh, that last one,
I think she couldn't decide whether she wanted to jump and grab or whether she wanted to hold on. Either way, she gets a big hug and a little more congratulatory sugar from Scott there after she finishes. And this is what I love. She just ended her course a little short of what she was hoping for. I thought, all right, Scott, if you give this next – now, if you give Sandy some sugar,
I like Scott's energy.
I'm a hugger. I thought maybe Scott was a kisser. I was like, okay, maybe so. To each his own. Good for him. Sandy Sanders now 52 from Aberdeen, Maryland. So I bet she and the Morrison family probably run in the same circles quite a bit. So she's been doing ninja since 2013. I love her bio. She's afraid of. Here's what she's afraid of: heights, crashing on off-balance obstacles, and letting her body fly through the air. So literally everything she's about to do for the next 2 minutes, she has a serious fear of. She picked the worst possible sport for her personality, she said, and she is completely addicted to ninja.
And you know what she said as she started the course?
What's that?
I got this.
All right, let's go, Sandy. Over to the TikTok. They've got to grab that rope and then get on that little swing for the TikTok. See if she can't get to the landing pad here. Kind of got her arms. I think she's a little out of position, but she knew exactly what she was doing. She got to the pad there. I was afraid when she was in front of that middle bar, the post, I was afraid she was kind of out of position, but she made it work for her, and she made it. She completed that portion of the course. If she's afraid of heights, jumping and throwing her body everywhere, she just conquered that fear a couple times on the big tack-toe and the spring panel. Now she coasts along the French toe sticks. Now she's got to climb this ladder just a little bit. I think she's got this about 10 feet in the air here. Don't look down, Sandy, whatever you do.
You've got this, Sandy.
I got this. Oh, man, so close. She completed through the French toe sticks, ended up just short of completing that salmon ladder to Skytrap. Now, I like Rachel Shapiro's style, 44 years old from Erie, Pennsylvania. She and her coach here at the start line, and they had to capture the moment with a selfie. I love that. They were relishing the moment, something they will never forget for sure. So she's got a smile on her face. She's ready to start. I'm digging the orange. You're not going to miss these guys anywhere in the Greensboro Coliseum. And the white tube socks with the orange stripes. That is an awesome look here
a compliment to the uniform.
Absolutely, for the World Ninja League Championships here in Greensboro. So Rachel, no problem, through the ascending steps and the honeycomb down the door drop. Let's see what kind of strategy she uses here on the TikTok. She's facing that middle post here, trying to bend down and generate a little extra swing. And now she had no problem at all right there. She got a lot of swing going now on over to the big tack-toe, over to the spring panel, on to the French toe sticks, to the salmon ladder, to the sky trap. Coach giving her a little extra chalk here, help with that grip, and just telling her, hey, breathe a little bit. Now, that's great advice. She's got 1:15 left. No need to rush quite yet. As long as she can make her way up this ladder here, and she cannot quite, just puts both hands on her head in disappointment, but a great run for Rachel Shapiro nonetheless. Brings us to Kat Floater, 40 years old from Houston, Texas. Kat surveying the course. Believe she is out of Rise Ninja. Her coach has got the gear on, the jersey on. And let's see how Kat handles the course.
I don't know if you want to sit.
Okay, around to the honeycomb. And she handles that with no problems whatsoever. Across the door drop, super easy. And now let's see how she handles the TikTok. Once again, you see most of the competitors kind of bending down, trying to get that thing, getting a pretty good swing. And, oh, man, Kat Floater looked like she was going to come up just short of that landing pad, but she is okay. She's catching it just fine. Leaps out onto the big tack-toe, over to the spring panel. Now she's going to make her way across the French toe sticks. Again, that last one, oh, you know what happened?
What?
She got fooled because I believe the first 4 French toe sticks don't move. But the
Right.
very last one does. So she was kind of slowly making her way across. And when she hit that last one, I think it moved on her and her foot kind of hit the side of the pad or
Oh,
maybe even to the ground. And so she failed the obstacle. But I think she's kind of thinking about it now. I'm not sure. Okay, Jennifer Bryant, 46 years old, from Stevenson, Virginia. Been doing ninja for about 6.5 years. Both her kids compete too. 2023, she was second at the World Championships. 2024, she was sixth. Season 14 of American Ninja Warrior. She got first place for Masters Female at the Women's Ninja Association Championships this year. Plays basketball, practices yoga, and I need to ask her about this, the aerial yoga. I remember that from yesterday. Resistance and weight training. She's got PhD in physiology, and she is a professor at Shenandoah University. So, Dr. Bryant, let's see if she can complete the course here in stage 2 in the Masters Female Division at the World Ninja League World Championships. Across to the big tack-toe, not the big tack-two, although there are two of them.
Tongue twister.
No kidding. Okay, she about did the same thing, but she didn't let that last French toast stick get the best of her. She's surveying exactly what she needs to do and kind of formulating a plan as she makes her way up that ladder. And there she goes. See if she's going to swing here. She grabs a hold, good, and I believe one more big swing and a land, and she will have completed this portion of the course. All right, the only thing she has left now is the katana. We only have one competitor, Jill Burns, who has completed the course in stage 2. So Jill Burns now onto the katana. And she's going with the one hand on, one hand to the next strategy.
Oh, yes.
She got it. All right. She did it. How about that for Dr. Bryant? Let me correct you. You earned that PhD in physiology, Dr. Bryant, and she is atop the leaderboard. Great job. Suzanne Jameson now, 41 years old, from Orlando, Florida. It's Sue's rookie season. So what a rookie season here for Suzanne Jameson to find herself in her first year competing. And here she is competing for a world championship. So she's proving to anybody who says that they can't do something, she's proving, hey, if you give it a shot, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Now onto the honeycomb. She makes that look pretty easy. Works her way across, down the door drop. Now let's see how she does the tick-tock here. Okay. Swinging here. She's going to launch herself onto that pad. I think she's going to be okay. Gets her body turned. Yep, she's good to go there. All right, now on the top of that pad, over to the big tack-toe. Nice. Now on to the spring panel, to the French toast sticks. There we go. Now she's going to add a little bit of chalk to those hands, try to improve that grip before she comes down the home stretch here on the what was a salmon ladder. She's going to go back to the pad, kind of reset. She says, okay, I think what I initially thought I was going to do, maybe I'm not going to do. Let me swing up to that next. Oh, I'm going to tell you what, I love the fact that Suzanne is facing some adversity here, but she keeps trying, and she keeps saving herself, landing on that blue pad where she can kind of make another run at it. But not that time. So she had collected herself twice, but then on the third time, she could not quite get a grip. Could not quite get a grip. And I'm pulling for our next competitor. Let me get her bio up. Tiffany McClafferty. Let me get her bio pulled up here in just a moment. Tiffany McClafferty. And I'll tell you why I'm pulling for her. Her coach, and I'm thinking it might be her son, is wearing a shirt. He needs money for car parts. So hopefully if she could leave here $5,000 richer, maybe she could get that young man a few new car parts, maybe split her winnings with him as an appreciation for his coaching. All right, here we go. 45 years old from Edinburgh, Texas. Tiffany making it look pretty easy so far down to the TikTok. There we go. Got a big old smile on her face. She's having a great time here at the World Championships. Over to the spring panel. And she got a touch there down to the pad. Okay. Across the, woo, she just about lost it on that last French toast stick.
But she saved herself.
She did. She saved herself. Now on to the ladder. All right, Tiffany McClafferty. She has cleared everything on the through most of the course, and now she's made her way on to the final portion, the katana. Can she become our third competitor? And she got a grip there.
Nice.
And she did it. Tiffany
Way to go,
McClafferty.
Tiffany.
McClafferty from Edinburgh, Texas, and she has leapt right into second place in stage 2 and successfully completed the course. All right. Abby Zedek, 45 years old, from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. She started Ninja because her daughter pressured her into it. She loves practicing Ninja with her, even though she says her daughter kicks her butt. I don't know about that. Spare time, she likes to do CrossFit. I remember this from yesterday. Spare time, she likes to do CrossFit, read, and hang out with her family. So Abby
Jason's
Zedek.
not a real big CrossFit kind of guy.
What'd you say?
You're not a real big CrossFit kind of guy, are you?
No, well, I'll tell you. Now, this may not be true for Abby Zedek. I don't know. But one thing I can tell you, typically, if you meet somebody who either does CrossFit or a vegan, you will know that within 5 minutes of meeting them, because now this is a stereotype, and I apologize in advance, but typically they find a way to work that into the conversation no matter what within about 5 minutes of meeting them. Now,
I can
again,
understand that.
for Abby, that may not be true. I'll have to talk to her at some point this weekend and find out. But regardless, either way, I didn't say irregardless. I started to say either way, then I changed it to regardless, because irregardless is not a word. But Abby has sailed through the first part of the course. She's on the home stretch now, trying to create a plan here to work her way up that ladder. Man, did you see that pull-up she did? She just said, you know what, while I'm here, let me just do it. Let me just get a couple reps in, a couple pull-ups.
Let me just show off a little bit more.
Right. Let me just flex for the crowd that I can do a few pull-ups here. onto the swing. Well, I'm going to tell you what, she's going to have about 30 seconds when she lands here to navigate that katana. Come on, Abby. You can do it. Come on, Abby. Come on, Abby. You can do it. Making her way across the katana. She's got about 10 seconds here. She's going to have to make a very quick leap here at the end. Can she get there? And then can she get to the finish line?
Oh!
Kudos to Abby. What an awesome effort there for Abby. She was just about to beat the buzzer. She was on the verge of a buzzer beater, and as she landed on that final pad, she couldn't quite gain her footing there to stick that landing. All right, Stacy Brewer now 42 years old from Ocoee, Florida. And now you guys at home can check the standings and check behind me here, but I'm pretty sure Stacy Brewer successfully completed stage 1, so she would still be in the running, obviously, for the World Championship. And I want to say in the stage 1, she was around top 5. I think she was in the top 5 after yesterday. And if I'm not mistaken, she was the first competitor we had who completed that octopus. Because if you remember, that octopus was just like almost an impossible obstacle for those guys. And then Stacy came in and kind of provided the cheat code for the second half of our competitors.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I remember she's making her way here. She's got through the honeycomb down to the door drop and across to the tick-tock. And this is what, if I'm not mistaken, this is kind of her sweet spot, getting airborne. So she ought to stick this, I do believe. Oh, yeah, she's a high flyer. I remember that from yesterday. She is very comfortable 10 feet in the air. Reminds me of one of the competitors we had earlier today who was on the dunk team for the Boston Celtics.
Nice.
All right, Stacy, no problem. On to the French toe sticks. Now getting a little rechalking here before she starts to tackle this ladder here. Working her way up, and I'm thinking, now she's got her back turned to that second rung. I think she's going to have to get turned back around. Well, I was wrong. She just went backwards. She put it in reverse and floored it and went up about 5 feet. So here she is. I believe she is going to pass that obstacle. She sticks this landing here. She's going to have about 30 seconds for this katana. So she is clear.
Here she
goes. Let's see. She beat the octopus yesterday. Can she beat the katana today? She's trying the one hand on, one hand to the next.
Oh, it's got...
And I'll tell you what happened. When you touch that board, it starts swinging. And so she is trying to touch a moving obstacle, and she could not quite. And she just, as she's standing there on the pad, looking at that as the timer goes, she just kind of drops her head like, oh, man, I was so close. But great effort there from Stacy Brewer. She's just walking off saying, once I touched that board, it got to moving. Ifrit Gottlieb, now 41 years old, from Boulder, Colorado. And I believe she is getting some coaching from Sapir, who was earlier today completed this course and ended up in first place in Stage 2 in her division, the adult female division. If I'm not mistaken, that is Sapir. So if that's the case, she's got about as good a coaching as you could possibly ask for. Efrat Gottlieb. Okay, she makes her way along the first portion of the course. Now on to the door drop. Here she goes to the tick-tock. Her coach right there encouraging her, cheering her on. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
no,
I
I
wonder if
think
her foot hit the bottom.
that her foot either hit the bottom of the pad or the padding underneath there
Okay.
off that tick-tock. So not quite the result she wanted, but still a great run for Efrat nonetheless. Now, Alyssa Cipriani. Now, I do certainly remember Alyssa Cipriani from yesterday. I'm fairly confident when I say she completed the course yesterday. 41 years old from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Definitely encourage you guys to look up the standings, the world standings, so you can see where these guys are in their pursuit of winning the world championship. So let's see what Alyssa Cipriani does here. She works her way through that honeycomb. Now to the door drop, over to the rope leading up to the tick-tock. Generating a little bit of swing before she gets airborne here. And it's starting to wobble on her a little bit. Do you see that?
I do.
Okay, I had not noticed that previously where it was kind of going side to side, but no problem whatsoever for Alyssa. She just launches herself mid-wobble and catches herself on that padding. Over to the spring panel. And now, whoo, that last stick on that French toe stick, it gets a little squirrely when these guys are making their way across. And I think, again, it catches them off guard because those first four sticks don't move. Then you get to that last one, and it wants to slip out from under you. But Alyssa adjusts very nicely, working her way. She's going to have to swing and catch one time here. And she reached out with her left hand, but she could not quite get that with her right hand. But she has got a huge cheering section there along the rail, giving her high fives as she comes off the course, giving her some encouragement. Now, Maria Tornude from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 56 years old. So Maria Tornude waiting on the go-ahead here, and it looks like maybe
The
did
bar
one of
is
the-
on the.
Okay, we got to get our man to shoot that bar up there again. Okay. Maria Tornude makes her way. She is rolling so far. Here she goes to the tick-tock.
Attention, coaches and athletes in wave 2 of the
Looks like
I
Maybe I
noticed
just
that.
didn't.
I just think you didn't notice it because
Maybe
I
it,
noticed it in the last competition. I just didn't say.
okay, maybe it's been doing it all day, and I just didn't really notice it before. But it was pretty noticeable there, like you said, when Maria was swinging on that TikTok. That it is not just swinging forward and backward; it is kind of wobbling side to side.
First runner will go in approximately 38 minutes. That is for wave 3
The
of
Maria
KT
Tornude.
female over at stage 3 small. And your
She's
winners
trying to
of
make
the
her way
first
here.
wave
This
2
swing
of the
right here.
and young adult female mixed section
She
over at
made it
stage
to the
3
landing zone
small.
there.
First runner will go in
Now,
approximately 30 minutes for wave 2
she's got
of
1
KT
minute.
young adult
No
female
need to
over at
rush
stage
here
3 small. Please check
as
in
far
with
as
blue.
completing the course is concerned. She could
Okay.
make her way up the leaderboard. She's got one good to go on one of them. That
Oh.
is just unbelievably tough. I love the fact that Maria just she lands there and hears the horn and just smiles. You know, she's
Yep.
just happy to be competing, still excited with her progress and what she's done. So good job there. And now Shayna Polasek, 41 years old, out of Katy, Texas. I believe she's representing the Rise Ninja Gym. She's got Coach Jackson there with her. And Shayna is ready to roll. She and Coach Jackson got a little selfie there at the starting block. And they want to capture this moment. Remember it. Across the honeycomb.
And Tony Trojan announces this is the last call to check in for wave 2 of the team female division over at stage 1 tall A.
Across the honeycomb now down to the
5 minutes. That is for wave 2
to the
of the team
TikTok.
female at stage 1
Let's see what
tall
Shayna has
A.
in store for the TikTok. Very well done. And she's creating a plan here. Is she gonna climb and stand on the top? Okay. I thought she was gonna stand on the top of that padding to launch off to the big tack-toe, but she did not. Okay, she catches herself there.
I think she re-chalked.
Got a little re-chalkify action. Okay.
And a little advice from Coach Jackson.
Okay. Okay, so she's completed the ladder. So she's in a similar situation. She is clean up until the katana. So can Shayna Polasek from Rise at the Warehouse Gym in Texas. She is from Katy, Texas. I'm sure a lot of her hometown watching, cheering her on. She's got 25 seconds now to this last piece, but can she get a grip on that last one? No, not quite. So close there for Shayna Polasek.
So close.
All right, with 11 competitors left here in the Masters Female Division, Courtney Moyer, 40 years old, from Coopersburg, Pennsylvania, says she started doing ninja 4 years after her son got into competing. She is a nurse. She enjoys camping, fishing, and riding her four-wheeler. So from Coopersburg, Pennsylvania, maybe out in a rural area of Pennsylvania. She's a real outdoors woman. Loves doing outdoor stuff. And she's a nurse. I bet she is a a great care provider there in the Pennsylvania area. Okay, she has successfully made her way around the honeycomb, the door drop, and the tick-tock up to the ladder. It looks like she is going to complete this if she can get to that landing pad. Okay, no problem. Now, on to the katana. We have only had 3 contestants
Okay,
out
let's
of
see.
20.
Okay, she didn't get it swinging though.
Wow, so that's the key.
Right.
If you touch that second one, it'll just start going crazy. So she was fortunate not to have that happen. Can she grip the last one? Big swing.
Yes!
And that, I guess, counts.
Yes, it did.
Okay, she did not actually grip and swing, but she
That was
did
beautiful.
touch it and made her way down to the landing pad. And that, she is atop the leaderboard for stage 2. Courtney Moyer, great run, great finish. Lisa Nondorf, 50 years old from Gautier, Mississippi. Maybe Gautier for probably the better part of the town of Gautier is watching, cheering Lisa on. So if I'm saying you guys' town name incorrectly, please forgive me. So Lisa Nondorf, 50 years old, out of Mississippi. I know I'm pronouncing Mississippi correctly. I know I'm pronouncing Lisa correctly. The last name and the city name, not so sure about.
I
That's
just
all right.
can't believe you hadn't spelled Mississippi yet.
I could if you'd like.
No, that's okay.
All right, Lisa making her way here across the honeycomb now to the door drop. Let's see her launch herself on the tick-tock here.
This is your last call to get those video reviews in.
Okay, she got it. Over to the big tack-toe, followed by the spring panel. And she's, you know what, Lisa, I love that right there, man. I thought she was going to kind of spend a minute thinking about it. She said, no, I'm just going to go ahead and
That's
go
right.
for it.
Just go for it.
Yeah, she just, with her body kind of turned sideways or with her back turned to that big tack-toe, she just leapt, swung her body around and reached up and grabbed that bar like there was nothing to it. So if she could do that, I don't believe these things are going to be any problem. Okay, on to the katana. A little bit extra chalk from her coach. And let's see what approach she takes. Let's see, after Courtney Moyer kind of bypassed that last one here on the katana, let's see what Lisa does.
She's going to have to get patient, wait for that one to stop,
Oh, man.
twisting.
So hers
There we
did
go.
start.
Oh, no.
The strength she is showing is incredible.
She's going to reset.
She is. She's got about
She's-
30 seconds here on the clock. She's clean, but she's got to.
There we go.
manage the time.
Nice.
And her coach is telling her to come straight on, come all the way, and that's great advice. Touch it and roll.
Oh.
Outstanding effort there for Lisa Nondorf. I think her coach was encouraging her, just touch the last pad and then land. I think that's what she was trying to encourage her to do. That's a whole lot easier said than done. Suzanne Hemke now steps to the starting block, 55 years old from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And Lisa and her coach, as they're walking behind us, even right after Lisa missed that last portion, they just walk by and they cheer Suzanne on. And that's what everybody loves here in this ninja community, that it is absolutely a community. They cheer for each other, they pull for each other and encourage each other, even though, of course, everybody wants to be champion,
Sure.
but they certainly pull for each other along the way. So Suzanne Hemke, no problem at all with the honeycomb and the door drop down to the TikTok. There we go. She shot that, no problem. Over to the big tack-toe. She almost.
Okay.
I was worried there was going to be an issue there because she touched her feet on the pad before she touched the spring panel, but apparently as long as you touch, you're okay. Well, it was another one of those, when they made those adjustments to the course after the adult female category, they had a little bit of confusion about distance, how far apart those should be. Suzanne is clean now with a minute left to try to master this katana. And I think I remember her from the octopus yesterday catching one with one arm.
Oh,
And
yes!
that's gonna count.
Yes! Nice save.
That's going to count for Suzanne Hemke, and she gives the double fist pump and the yes as she comes off the course. She almost lost her balance there on that finishing pad, but she caught her balance and hit that finish line, and she is good to go. Outstanding effort there, and that puts her in first place as I look at the leaderboard for stage 2. Suzanne Hemke, great effort there.
Well, I thought she was flying through it, but I didn't know she was going that fast.
Yeah, she got to the katana, and I think she had about a minute and a half left, so that means it had only taken her about 60 seconds to get to that last obstacle. And so, great run there for Suzanne Hemke. Adrian Dombrowski, 46 years old, from Powder Springs, Georgia. Let's see what the Georgia Peach can do. We talked about seeing one of these riggers who highly favored Riley Green. Got the opportunity to see old Riley Green a few weeks ago.
And it was a great experience.
Loved. She was on Georgia time. She had Georgie on her mind.
I still am.
So let's see if Adrian Dombrowski is on Georgia time here. She's got about a minute and a half left as she makes it up to the ladder. And she's very long and athletic, which kind of gives her a little bit of an advantage for some of those obstacles like that one right there, where they're kind of far apart. She's going to generate a swing here to get to that landing pad, that checkpoint. Now, with a minute 4 left, here she's facing the katana. We have 4 competitors, I do believe, who have successfully completed the course. Maybe 5 or 6. I'm just seeing the competitor.
She's shaking it out.
Number 5, yeah. She might be a Swiftie, actually. She might be a Taylor Swift fan. Gonna shake it off. Shake it off. All right. Creating her plan. 30 seconds now left.
That was a
On the
smooth
timer.
transition.
One more grasp here. Can she get it? Come on, Adrian.
Yes, she can.
She went with what I'm going to call the Moyer technique, because Courtney Moyer was the first athlete we saw do that. She went from the second block on that katana. She just kind of grabbed the third block and then went to the finish line. Courtney kind of found the cheat code for that technique, the end there, and we've seen a couple of subsequent competitors use the same technique. Rebecca Elin now, hardcore Catholic elementary music teacher. She's a wife, mother of 3, rock climber. I believe she met her
I remember
husband
her.
at a rock climbing gym. Family loves American Ninja Warrior. She found a gym she could compete at and said, she started off just wanting to get healthier and stronger, but I think she realized at some point she was pretty good. She initially said, no, I don't want to compete, but then they joined a new gym Ascend Gym in Marlborough, Massachusetts, and it's been a game changer for her. She loves the values and discipline, helps these athletes develop, and says, she's grateful for an awesome group of mighty masters, New
Oh,
England's, this is her words, old lady ninjas who lift each other up.
she must
And
have touched the cord or something
so
coming off
what
that
happened?
last.
Was it coming across the French toast sticks?
The last one, she hit something and the buzzer sounded.
Oh, man. Well, great run there for Rebecca Elin, one of the so-called old ladies. I would now I'm a whole lot older than she is, so I would argue with her that you are still a young lady. Erin Getting, 48 years old, from Bradenton, Illinois. So Erin, I remember her competing yesterday. She was one of those that you just saw out there, and you could just, when you look at her, you could tell she was going to be a force to be reckoned with on the course. All right, she's blazing through the first portion here down to the TikTok. Big swing here on the TikTok. She lands it. Okay. Turns around to the big tack-toe, kind of planning where she's going to go. Good. To the spring trap. And down. Okay, so she's there. Make sure that,
That last one gets moving on you, and you kind of just want to grab onto something.
I think it is very misleading because those first 4 sticks, if they move, they're not moving hardly at all. And that last stick is an absolute wobbler. So when you hit it, if you're not ready for it, that baby will take off on you in a hurry. One little bit better than a minute left here for Erin Getting as she faces the katana. Look at that right there.
I know, it's amazing.
Almost effortlessly just reaches up, grabs the second one, and then on to the third one.
Beautiful.
Taps the finish line, and Erin Getting, I was wondering, I didn't see her name. I was like, hey, she's got to be somewhere near the top of the leaderboard. So now she is in second place, right behind Suzanne Hemke. So Suzanne, Erin, and then Courtney Moyer in the top 3. Megan O'Brien out of Morrisville, North Carolina, 43 years old. And you can just look at her and tell she's having a good time. She's hamming it up, posing for the cameras here. She's a mom to 10-year-old triplets. Remember her from yesterday?
Yes, I do.
Identical girls and a boy. And remember, she's got 4 fur babies, all girl kittens. She's got 4 girl kittens. I feel, okay, I need to meet her son. I feel sorry for him. There's not enough testosterone in that house. A mom, identical twin sisters, and 4 girl cats. That poor young man. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he has a great time at home.
I bet he's spoiled right
I was
by all
about to
those
say,
girls, all those
I
females.
bet those ladies take good care of little brother. She loves to travel, play board games with her boyfriend, who's also her coach, Matt, drawing with her kids, making memories, and being a wannabe plant mom who refuses to give up. Favorite color, purple. Favorite animal, otter. Here's my girl, Dumb and Dumber. Favorite plant is the Maranta. Favorite book is beach music. Full-time job, clinical research. part-time job as a trainer at Burn Boot Camp. I'm going to give her one message right here. She's not looking. She's paying attention to the course. And Matt, I want to tell her, so you're telling me there's a chance. I think, would you appreciate that if you were in her position right now?
Sure.
Being a Dumb and Dumber fan like I am, I'm sure she would appreciate that. Now, here's a fun fact about Megan. She can fold a fitted sheet to look exactly like a flat sheet. Alternatively, she broke her ankle in 3 places at the Worlds in 2024. She had reconstructive surgery. So, I,
Attention all coaches and athletes in the elite female division
folding a
tournament
fitted
at
sheet to
Small.
look
We are
exactly
on
like
our
a
last
flat
2
sheet.
runners
That is an
today,
awesome
in need of a visual
skill.
review. Let's get those in now. That is for elite
Okay, it looks
females
like
on
she has
TC
stepped off the
Small. Get
podium
those
for a
video reviews
second,
in ASAP.
and
Thank
the
you.
rig team is back out.
Rig team's back out.
Looks like doing a quick repair or
I-
adjustment. I'm not
going to
sure.
mute you for just a second then. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off. Yeah, that's probably number 2. He found out about it. He stuck with me, so.
Wait, can I run with her? Yeah. What?
Done. Let's go.
And I
Oh, I didn't know we were
do
on.
believe our riggers have
Completed the.
our riggers have re-rigged the course, and now Megan is ready to roll, and that just actually gave me 30 seconds to hit a few Dumb and Dumber quotes with Megan. She says Matt found out she loves Dumb and Dumber, and he's still dating her, so she knew he was a keeper when that happened. Her favorite lines, we got no food, we got no money, and she went through the whole line. Oh, man, I was pulling for her so hard, but it looks like she came off that TikTok a little too hot and missed that landing zone there off of the TikTok. So that brings us to Tracy Cummins, 46 years old, from Lucas, Texas. She's a wife, a mom, a nurse who stays strong with ninja training and competitions. She is all about doing hard things, and she is her son Logan's biggest fan. So Tracy Cummins from Lucas, Texas, a nurse. Our oldest son is a nurse. We got a special place in our heart for nurses. We appreciate so much what those guys do.
Yes, we do.
And so let's see how Tracy navigates this course. Down to the honeycomb. Working very methodically through that honeycomb, kind of making sure every grip is okay. Now to the TikTok. Let's see how she handles the TikTok. We've got 4 competitors left in the Masters Female Division, Stage 2. So she's going to come around the backside to the big tack-toe, to the spring panel, now on to the French toe sticks. I do apologize, having a little bit of difficulties there, I believe, in the production truck. Oh man, Tracy could not quite, and that's what I have been surprised. That is so difficult. They changed that salmon ladder to the sky trap from earlier, but the obstacle they replaced it with, it did not get any easier, I can guarantee you that. Now, Reagan Krager from Colorado Springs, Colorado, 49 years old. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they may be going in order from how they finished yesterday, but I definitely remember Reagan had a great run yesterday in stage 1.
What?
So she is going to try to follow that up with a great run here on stage 2. All right, so here we go down to the TikTok, no problem at all with the door drop. On to the TikTok. Let's see if she can stick this landing right here. And she can. Okay, that's been surprisingly difficult here, that little TikTok half. And let's see how Reagan manages the spring panel. Okay, she gets a handle on there.
I wonder if she grabbed one of the straps.
And something just happened. And I'm a little confused. Her coach, Suzanne Hemke, who is sitting at the top of the leaderboard, may also be a little confused. They may want a little clarification on what triggered that fault sound there as she was making her way from the TikTok to the big tack-toe and the spring panel. But we will maybe try to get some clarification here from the rules committee on that. Andrea Elson, meanwhile, 40 years old, from Haddonfield, New Jersey. And she's going to try to swing her way off the TikTok. A big swing coming. She's going to launch herself. No problem at all. Let's see how she manages that big tack-toe. Okay, this is where straight to the... I'm not hearing the noise that she completed the spring panel, but she made her way across the French toe stick, so she must have been okay. I've been a little bit confused, and I think that's what our previous competitor was questioning. But Andrea Elson here from Haddonfield, New Jersey, and she has cleared, once she gets to the landing pad right here, she will have about a minute left on the timer to work this katana at the very end. Only a handful of our competitors have successfully completed the course here in stage 2. And let's see if Andrea Elson can add her name to that list. She went with that.
Smooth.
Yeah, I like the style. The hold on with one, grab on with the other. And let's see what she does here.
Stay forward, yes!
Tiptoeing along the finish line there. It's Andrea Elson tiptoeing her way into the top 5 for stage 2. I almost thought she was going to slip off the pad there on the back.
She saved it.
She did, man. I mean, she looked like a running back or a wide receiver just tiptoeing down the sideline, staying in bounds for a touchdown. And she managed to stay on that landing pad to complete the course. Now, Sharon Brown John, 48 years old, from Burnaby, British Columbia. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe we are in reverse order from yesterday. I believe Sharon finished stage 1 in first place. So,
okay, I remember her having an impressive run yesterday.
yes, because she did everything so quickly and so effortlessly. And if she can duplicate that here on stage 2, she will put herself in prime position as these ladies head to stage 3 and will crown a world champion later tonight. Gets a little chalk replenishment there. Don't slip on that last French toast stick. Whoa, I thought she was going to slip on that last French toast stick. But she made it through. She recovered. And here she goes, just trying to make sure. I think she's pretty confident that she's going to complete each task. I think she's trying to avoid any mistakes at this point.
That's
so she
smart.
heads to the katana. This first one, let's see, very similar to the
Nice.
octopus yesterday. Wow. And let's see how she handles this very last
Nicely
piece
done.
standing between her and stage 2 completion. She thought about just a minute, and then she launched herself, and Sharon Brown John finishes stage 2 atop the leaderboard. So I know she had an impressive run yesterday in stage 1, great run again in stage 2, and she is in prime position to win a world championship later tonight in the Greensboro Coliseum. So let me pull up that schedule for you guys so you are sure. You guys have stuck with us today. We've had a little bit of course trouble when we got started, but make sure you are tuning back in as these ladies make their way over to a new course. They will be running on stage 3 in somewhere around 90 minutes. So I'm going to tell you, they said between an hour and a half and 2 hours. I'm going to tell you an hour and a half because I don't want you to tune in 2 hours from now and it all be over and you have missed it. So tune back in, check that QR code, tune in tonight as we are going to crown a world champion here in the Ninja World Championship. So thank you guys for joining us.
It's been a lot of fun.
We look forward to broadcasting tomorrow.
Really good backswing tuck. Tuck in your knees and hold the tuck. See how he's not holding it? He's kicking beforehand. You can get more power quicker if you pull up and tuck your knees.
Can I rip the tag off your